How's the new Druid in POE2? I'll tell you all about it. Short answer, it's pretty fun.
Nature's fury!
The Wyvern forum hooked me. That's why I wanted to retry POE2. The trailers screamed Diablo 4 clone for the Druid, but Wyvern is a fresh, unique twist. I tried the bear form, but it was really slow and clunky in the beginning, so I switched to wolf, and that felt a lot better to play. But in the end, I stuck with the Wyvern. Magma Royal shreds at low levels, ranged, reigns supreme. Feeling satisfying despite its goofy, bouncy effect clashing with the gritty, realistic vibe. Fireball spitting Mario Chaos plus lightning Wyvern melee attacks have killer audio-visual effects, and that made it a blast. I switched to the lightning Wyvern, and it was fun until Jamonra's brutal difficulty spike. But I partied up with some random people to help me kill the boss, which it was pretty common back at launch in the first season. My core gripes, though, with the current state of POE2, progression without a build guide plateaued for a while at about level 20, at least for my Wyvern. Skill unlock spiked dopamine early, and then nothing. Unsatisfying. But I'm just trying to get the oil spit ability right now because it shreds from what I've seen. Lightning melee Wyvern is the best melee I've played in POE2 so far, but I'm not a hardcore POE player. I'm a lifelong ARPG fan, but Path of Exile 2 didn't really hook me at launch. I tried it and I was excited for the combat, but I logged about 140 hours across 2 characters before quitting. Which honestly is pretty good value for the money, but I wasn't really buying the hype. My ARPG journey started with EverQuest Champions of Norath and Return to Arms, which was the sequel on PlayStation 2. They had local co-op, build customization, a great story, dungeons, and online play, which made them special for the PlayStation 2 era. I got really into MMOs and JRPGs, trying Diablo 3, which was okay but not captivating. Lost Ark, I liked the combat but nothing else. And Guild Wars 1, a pseudo MMO with ARPG inspiration that just got re-released with Reforged, and that's been fun. Grim Dawn reignited my ARPG interest in the modern era, scratching that MMO itch with fun combat, build crafting, gear progression, endgame, and co-op. As MMOs began to stagnate, retail WoW changing for the worse, EverQuest 2 shrinking, Guild Wars 2 growing and evolving to have a lot more complicated, hectic combat when it comes to PvP. And I just had to shift fully into ARPGs as my interest in MMOs started to fade after 15, 20 years. Last Epoch hooked me hard just before 1.0, and I've got over 1,000 hours in that game. That is my ARPG. It's probably my favorite game. If you ask me what is the best game ever made, I'd probably have to say Elden Ring. The Last Epoch offers an endless time sink. There's flexible challenges or relaxed content, strong build experimentation, and real progression beyond just gear. It's got the best crafting system in any ARPG, and it's defined the genre for me. It's the one I have the most fun playing. It's the one that I don't really get bored of. It's just the one that's solidified my love for ARPGs. And it really kind of took the place of MMOs for me in a lot of ways. I'm a tinkerer. I like building characters from scratch. I like making a lot of alternate characters. I like trying different things. And I like coming up with the builds myself. I make homebrew builds. I don't like playing meta builds. Occasionally, a homebrew will sort of morph into a meta, because a lot of the time what happens is your homebrew can only get so far before you have to start looking stuff up or looking to more experienced players for how they're handling obstacles and challenges with the build. But I want to play and do my own thing, and I want to figure it out. I also don't have a lot of time to play video games. Like, I'm a professional, I have a 9 to 5. YouTube is a hobby, and so is gaming. So that's part of the reason why I really love Last Epoch and haven't found the same depth of interest with certain other ARPGs, because I can just hop in, do my own thing, and it's really rewarding. But I haven't been finding POE2 as rewarding, and there's a lot of factors. When Diablo 4 came out, it kind of fell flat for me. It had decent combat, but shallow character building and limited choices and only minor tweaks. I haven't played since Season 1, but I played on launch and then Season 1. Same with POE2. I played at launch and then Season 1, but I lost interest after that. POE2's combat looked really cool, but I hesitated about Grinding Gear Games' push to make it like Dark Souls in an isometric view. See, Dark Souls and Elden Ring excel at fair, skill-based combat. You study patterns, react precisely, and blame yourself for deaths. The third-person camera enables quick awareness, but POE2's isometric perspective undermines that fairness, in my opinion. Smaller character scale, top-down view, and directional disconnect make reactions harder. Deaths feel less skill-based because of the clutter, and it doesn't feel as fair. I adapted, but it ruined the Souls-like aspiration for me. Other gripes I've had are the convoluted passive tree. I absolutely cannot stand it. I feel like we have evolved past this type of passive tree, and I don't know why games are still using it. I really don't like the crafting because it's not deterministic. It's random for the most part. The slow health potion recovery, not sure why they included that. Tiny boss arenas, amplifying the visual clutter and poor dodge feeling. And the unrewarding trials. Brutal effort with lame rewards. Also, sparse build defining uniques early on. The loot's often trash. And forced build guide reliance for functional builds is a real issue that I have. I don't think you should have to look stuff up to play a video game. I also really don't like how POE2 heavily incentivizes you to multi-class. Now, I don't have an issue with multi-classing. It's cool, and in a lot of games, it's great. But POE2 build guides will often have you start as one class in order to optimize the class that you actually want to play. And I just want to play the class that I actually want to play. I don't want to find out later that I should have been a monk in order to be the best druid. That's silly. I think the game should do a much better job of teaching you the mechanics and giving guidance, because PoE is extremely convoluted and it doesn't really seem necessary. Expensive respecs and combo dependent skills that flop in a lot of cases. GGG explicitly drew from Software games. Jonathan Rogers cited Dark Souls and Elden Ring for deliberate action combat, boss design, dodge rolls, and poise mechanics in multiple interviews. They're aiming high but missing key Souls elements like satisfying progression, majestic exploration, fair punishment with rewarding carrots on sticks, visible telegraphs amid clutter, etc. I'm a Last Epoch fanboy at heart, but that said, I'm a Druid fan. With the new Last of the Druids update that launched on December 12th, they added the Shapeshifting Druid, a new league, items, gems, and balances, and I'm curious if it'll shift my view. Updates since I last played might address some issues too. I want to like POE2, diversity in the genre is great, but authenticity matters, and it feels punishing over fun, and it lacks some of the essential RPG rewards and satisfaction that define the genre for me. Anyways, that's my review of the Druid. I like it. It's good. I'm still having a bit of a hard time getting into POE2 in the way that I might like to. I'm just not getting the same drive to make characters and experiment and see what's up. I also really hate that you have to do the campaign multiple times per character. Everybody in the ARPG community, it seems like everybody, complains that I've got to run the campaign again because a new season started. Oh, I made a new character. Why can't I skip the campaign? And some of the games address that. But POE2's making you do the campaign twice per character. That's just crazy to me. Anyway, I'm Adam. This is Seagrave Gaming, and I will be coming back at you next week with another video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment below. I'd love to hear what you think about the new Druid update, or if you think I'm completely wrong about POE2. I don't hate it. It's just not gripping me in the way that Last Epoch is. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks.